Hi guys, Arthur here from Homeowner DIY. Guys, this is your quick tip of the week. For my Dewalt 10-inch miter saw, so this is a DW703. The laser isn't working anymore, which means the battery needs to be replaced. So I'm going to replace the battery for the laser in this video. So what we'll do now is material and tools. Alright, this is our materials and tools list. So for batteries, I have three 357 batteries, a T8 Torx, 1/4 inch ratchet, a T30 Torx, a 3/8 ratchet, and then a flathead screwdriver. This is all from my kit here. Alright, so this is the left side of our miter saw. So if we turn the guard up, we have a Torx right here. So this is a T30. Okay, so this is our screw right here. You don't need to take it all the way out, but the head of the screw needs to be far enough out that this tab, this tang thing here, is going to get by it. So just unscrew it to the point, like even this is fine. And now what you can do is slide the guard up. For this DeWalt model, there's a button here, and this is a lock for the blade. Okay, so this bolt here needs to be removed. So the inside is a T30 Torx, or the outside here is a 1/2 inch. You can use either or. Now guys, one thing you have to keep in mind with this one is, this is a reverse thread. So normally when you turn it clockwise to the right, you would be tightening it. In this bolt's case, when you turn it to the right, you are going to loosen it. All right, so I'm going to hold the button and then I'll loosen off the bolt in the middle. Okay, so this is our laser here. It has 2 Torx on either side. Some models will have something a little bit different, but these are T8s. So these need to be taken off, and then the casing from the other side can be pulled apart, exposing the batteries. Alright, so I'm going to undo the 2 screws here. Now this is regular thread, so righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Alright, so now to remove the batteries, I'm just going to use a flathead and then Alright, so I changed out the batteries and the laser wasn't working. What I realized was that the batteries were installed backwards. So here's our laser, and then where the batteries go, we have the springs. So the springs go on the negative side. So that is the button looking top here. This is the negative side. So the batteries before were installed upside down. So if we put the batteries with the positive side to the top, and it will have a plus sign. So we have the batteries in. I'm going to push down on the batteries, and I'm going to turn the little spring. So these batteries are still good, but I mean, it'll still be the same thing. So guys, really quickly here. This here, when the saw blade turns, it's going to, with centrifugal force, it's going to close the circuit. So you can see the little blue light and the laser. So the old batteries were fine, but I'm going to keep the new ones for when these ones run out. But to put it back together, we'll take the cover. Oh, sorry. We'll take our plastic cover here. We're going to put that back in over the spring. It'll only fit in one way. And then we'll take the outer cover, put the screws back in. Okay, for these screws, be very gentle about tightening them down. They're very small, so they're fairly easy to strip. But with our laser now, I can put it back on the saw. Alright, so the laser has a notch here. So it'll fit on this really, there's only two ways. It's either right side up or upside down, but since the laser spins with the blade, it does not matter which way that you put it on. And now we'll put the bolt back in. Guys, once again, this is a reverse thread. And then again, hit the button to hold the blade in place. All right, so we need to get the inner guard back down. So if you pull this up, there is a notch that this screw needs to fit into it. So pull the inner guard down. Once that is in place, tighten up the T30. All right, with the bolt tightened up, just take a quick look to make sure that this guard is all the way at the bottom, which it is. All right, so we're going to test our saw. I didn't mention this in the beginning, but guys, make sure that the saw is always unplugged. So we'll plug it in. And we see the light. So the laser is back up and running. So when it comes to a miter saw, this is the way to change the batteries for the laser, I would say on most models. Make sure that the batteries are the proper way. Don't make my mistake and have to go back and fix it. Guys, that is your quick tip of the week.